Everyone, Mckaiser Dragon here, and today we have a talk about Diablo 4. Now, I made one talking about how it's not season 2 is not going to be good, right? It might be okay. It might be better than okay. It might be decent, but we still have to wait for the 10th to see what else they add to the game. Everyone's talking about all the content and all the stuff, and everyone has their views and stuff and opinions, and I want to give my own opinion. I want to give what I have collected and my thoughts on everything. And some things I overlooked, some things I didn't overlook. I don't know what order. I just ramble and talk about things, and I'll try to give my viewpoints. But let's start with the content creators and how some of them feel. Not I haven't seen everyone's, but I've seen like four, and quite honestly, I like Asmon's Gold take on it, which is it's good that they are working on adding more stuff to the game. We'll play the game, and if it's good, we'll stay. If it's bad, we'll leave. There are definitely other games to play. I definitely have an overflow now of games to play. I do not have enough time to play all the games, and I don't have all the time to make YouTube videos all the time. So I gotta pick and choose what I want to do. And well, if you don't see me for a few days, well, I'm playing games. Um, let's see. I watched Zizarin. Zizarin said it was very underwhelming. He wants way more from the game. Hog wants. Hog is still not buying it. And who else did I watch? I didn't watch Quinn. I should watch Quinn's. I watched someone else. Was it 4 or is it just Darth Microtransaction or DMD4? I watched his and he is cautious too. So I am I like Asmon's take, but I also am a slight downer. So my personal take is that just calm down. If it's good, good. Still give feedback. Go to their Twitter, go to wherever else you can post, and actually give real feedback. If it's bad, immediately just stop playing the game and give your criticisms and feedback. But don't be too harsh. Do not go overboard with it. Because they are people and they, you know, I feel like ever since they went to the Path of Exile reveal of Path of Exile 2, because they was there was a shift in what they needed to do. And I feel like this is just a hunch that if you guys remember, they said season 1 before season 1 was out, season 1 was already done and season 2 is almost done. I feel like they went back on that after the season 1 disaster and after seeing what Path of Exile is going to do, and they said we need to make our game better and not just hope this is good enough anymore. And I think they, in the time that since that happened, they have been hard at work at reworking season 2, and I like that. But let's go to my next point, which is this graph here, right? So, and I talked about this before. Uh, so this is we're just gonna keep it like this, and I'll explain. Let's just undo this. Actually, no, I need to color code it. Go back. So, nope, go back again. Sorry about this. So right, this is devs. Players. And then we're gonna have one more. We'll make this one, I don't know, purple. This is like real players. This is like, I want to say long-term Diablo players. Right? So, and this is gonna be, where's text? Over here we got the expectation of the rating of the game, right? And we're gonna have, let's go back over here. Is it still, nope. So this is 0, 5, 10, but also secretly, actually we're gonna put 10 here, so let's undo this. I'm gonna put 10 like here, and then this is gonna be, and this is for and we're gonna get to it, right? So in my eyes, the devs, when they first was making the Diablo 4 game, they're like, oh yeah, it's a Diablo game. Everyone's gonna like it. We'll just need to, you know, do whatever, and people just eat it up, right? Right. So this is what they made in my eyes, right? The players, everyone thought this is gonna be a 10 out of 10 game, right? But I feel like the long-term players were like super hyping it up. This is gonna be the best game ever. I want to play this for the rest of my life, right? So we have this disparity of, we expect the Diablo game to just hit hard, right? 10 out of 10 game. Or, you know, the more long-term Diablo players, 15 or 25 out of 10, right? And what we got was like a 2.5 out of 10. Some people will rate that much lower. But now, you know, season 1, they thought the game was going to, you know, be a 7 out of 10 maybe. And it was much lower. Much lower. Season 2, I hope they know that season 2 will only, if they don't add enough, will only put their game probably at like a 5, maybe at a 7 out of 10. And now our expectation, well, we dropped that, so we kind of just cut this off. Oh, go white. Go, white. Okay, there we go. We kind of cut it off right here, right? So we don't expect too much now. But now they're telling us a lot more things, and we're a lot more happy. So, I still like to hold out hope, but I'm also cautious that it's not only cautious that will it be as good, but also this is what they've done. How much better will it be? So I'm just like, I'm not gonna hold my hope out for too long or too high. So remember, they got limited time. One step at a time, guys. One step at a time. We just have to wait. They're still working on it. There's still 2 hours for them to tell us what is going on. So for now, it's looking good. It's looking good. We'll play it. If it's bad, leave. Just leave. If it's good, good. And then there's just one thing I don't like them saying. And we'll get to it to a later season. I don't like hearing that. So what I say and suggest is, oh, if you want our money, we'll just wait for the game to be good in a later season, and then when the game's good, you'll have our money. It puts pressure. I would say that because it puts pressure on them to make a good season. Season bad, don't buy the season pass. No, first of all, just don't buy the season pass. Make sure the game's good. Then when the game's good, and you know the game's good, and don't be like, oh, I'm level 20, game's good. No, get to like level 50, level 70. If the game is actually good, then buy the pass, right? So my next point is, why do I keep forgetting my next point? I just had it in my brain. I'll be back. I'll be back. All right. So my next point is talking about the game direction, or how not only the game direction, but like, okay, let me step back. This is more about trying to tell Diablo, right? You have to pick a direction you want your game to be. I feel like they spread themselves out too thin. They're trying to be too many things at once, and nothing truly hits in the game, right? But there's one thing that they are definitely not doing. They're not trying to be like PoE. They're not trying to be super complicated, right? I'm okay with that. If Diablo doesn't want to be complicated, that's fine. Just make sure your game's good. Make sure there's enough content in the game that actually feels good to do. Because in my eyes right now, none of the content feels truly rewarding to do. It's just mundane task after mundane task after mundane dungeon. And why am I doing this dungeon? Well, I have to get better gear. Is the gear I'm finding from this dungeon even good? No. But just keep playing, keep grinding, and keep being bored with the game, because there's no challenge in the game, and there's no, like, I don't know, there's just not enough feeling in the game to make you feel like, oh, I want to go over here because these monsters are cooler than those monsters, or I want to go over there because these monsters are harder and give more EXP, or I want to go over here because these monsters give more gold, or I want to go. I don't feel any of that in this game. I don't really feel much from this game other than I'm bored. So to Diablo team, make the game more interesting, more reasons to go in certain areas. Oh great. Um, More ways to just do things, right? More ways to make me feel good about the game. And of course the skills. I want to say ultimate skill. We should just have another slot just for the ultimate skill. It it sucks to have to like it feels very limiting that we only have six and one's taken up by uh your generating attack. Then you got your, oh well, I need this because I want to poison, and I need support for my poison, so that's another three, so that's four slots taken up. And then your last two, you're like, oh well, I still need this, and this is good utility. And then your ultimate skill is like, do I truly need the ultimate skill? It's kind of weak. Hopefully the rebalance is good enough, and hopefully they reduce the skill cooldowns and reduce the cost of skills requiring so much energy, rage, whatever generation you need. And maybe the generators generate way more, because like it sucks to attack with your cool skills 2 to 3 times and then have to go just regen all that back for like 5, 7 attacks. It's pretty lame, because if you don't regen enough, well, you can only use it once, and then you gotta regen more, and then once, and then more, and then once, and then I'm just like, the combat, the combat can be fun when we get to use our skills. When we're using our skills, very, very fun. When we're not using our skills, very, very boring. Okay, so back to the main point, which is choose a direction. What are you? Are you a community-based game? Are you a dungeon game? Which it definitely is a dungeon game. Are you a loot game? Or are we here to find the good loot, or are we just here to do dungeons because we gotta do dungeons, and then dungeons give the best loot? I don't know. It seems that way. What else do they like? Their marketing. Their marketing. I know they say. I know recently they said, "Oh, we need to reduce hype, reduce the hype train, expectation, lower expectations," and then they come out with, "Oh, we're changing everything." You guys gotta be real careful, because people will take what you think is like a 4 out of 10, and they'll be like, "Oh yeah, this is gonna be like a 15 out of 10 game now." And then if they are disappointed, oof. What else is there in the game? I don't know. There's not much in the game. There's a leveling game. Like what are we? Like I said, I don't feel a true direction other than like we're a dungeon game that can maybe lead to a little bit of loot. We are not a community-based game anymore, because we're in dungeons all the time, and there's no, I'm gonna just type this out, there's no party search in the game, so where's the community there? We also did nerf leveling and party, right? We did that. So we're not this anymore. We are not really that. No, level by yourself. So we are a leveling game that's also in dungeons all the time, and you're looking for loot, but loot is we'll say it on the weak side. Weak side. We'll be nice. Weak side. It's a loot game. There's none of this party search. That's too much for us. Oh. Many characters? No. Because not enough storage. Yay. Yeah, they're talking about making multiple characters. How can we make multiple characters if one character is enough to fill up your stash tab? It's insane. And the fact that they're not fixing that this season is kind of bad. I'm not gonna say it's the end of the world, but this is a big issue that needs to be fixed. We want to loot stuff. We want resistances are fixed. Well, I won't say fixed, are better, but we'll see how the game is exactly. But yeah, honestly, the game really needs to feel different when you're playing it, and different areas in the game. Right now, it just feels like if you're there or over there, over there, over there, it's just, oh, these monsters are slightly more annoying. Those monsters are too easy. These monsters, well, you might get a pack that'll just CC you to death. And then these monsters over here, oh yeah, they're easy. Everything is flatlined. Everything feels just too easy, which is a problem, but it's not a problem because this is like we're a casual game. You're like, oh yeah, there we go. My brain's working now. We're a casual game, but everything's too easy. Oh great. Well, I just. Too easy, guys. Too easy. And nothing. And if everything's too easy, where's the challenge? Well, the challenge is level 100 plus. Oh, there's only 100 levels. Yeah. So hopefully they do something with the Paragon. And hopefully we can move in a direction and improve on it. So, oh, there's community because what's under community? We got world boss. Too easy, please. We got. I don't know what else we got. I don't know. There's not much to do with the community in Diablo 4. So, what is Diablo 4? What are we? Right now, we are a dungeon leveling loot, kind of weak loot game right now. And hopefully Season 2 bumps that up. Oh, we're supposed to be power fantasy. Very weak power and skills. I don't know, but to me, the fantasy part, I don't feel very powerful. I feel like things are just too easy and I just kill things. I don't feel very powerful. And the skills, very small AoE, very limiting. Let us do more. And it seems like the season mechanics will supplement that, but the base game just let us do more with our skills. Let our skills do more range of area. Like, I don't know. But honestly, these are my thoughts. I truly haven't delved down to level 50 plus. Hopefully this season it'll let me do that. But the game just doesn't feel. And this is what we want. I want to type this in the blue, right? We want the game to be rewarding, and you know, we want rewarding. We want to feel like we've mastered our class, and with the game being too easy and nothing like truly affecting you other than like CC, well, you know, you just dodge it. Just then don't be in the CC, and hopefully they move towards this. We want them to move towards this. This would be good, please. And don't. We're gonna pull up this graph again. 0, 5, 10, right? Devs, don't think this is good enough for us. For us, it gotta be here. This is a Diablo game, right? Diablo is not just good enough to be like, oh yes, guys, it's a Diablo game. It's fine. It's Diablo. No, we have standards for the Diablo. So hopefully this works. I've been rambling too long. This is gonna be a 30-minute video. There are some other points that I completely missed. I know the marketing was one, so let me see.
Massive world.
A main cornerstone of D4 is play
This
your
is
way.
the
As the player continues to advance through the story and into the endgame, they'll
6
unlock
months
a ton
ago.
of brand new activities that provide meaningful progression, no matter
See,
their
meaningful progression. It is not meaningful. So
to be able to keep progressing in
I
the
feel like
narrative of the game. Alongside
hopefully
that, the whole team has worked on
them
crafting a
going to
variety
the
of different
PoE 2
experiences
announcement
players can pursue.
woke them up.
We're going to have an entire
And,
world of Sanctuary
you know,
for our players to offer. There's
they've
going to never
realized
be an
that
absence of something to do.
they've been
After
giving
player
us
has finished
a
the
2 out of
campaign,
10
there's a lot
when we
more
want
game to go
10 out of
participate
10.
in. They gain
And
access to
the
a
longer
special, what
Diablo
we call
players, they
capstone
want
dungeon they
15
have
to
complete.
25 out of
Once they're
10.
able to finish this capstone dungeon, they're going to gain access to the first world tier.
As you complete the world tier, it will open up the opportunity for you to go into your next world tier. That involves unlocking powerful...
World tiers need to change. I feel like something needs to be different about each world tier. Because right now it's just more loot. Different loot. Loot. Monsters, more annoying. Slightly more difficult once you get your loot. Too easy. That's how they all feel. I honestly don't know. Because honestly, Diablo 3 had the other issue where they had a lot of, you know, you can go world tier. I forget what they call it, but the world tier 78, world tier 99. You can just keep going. It was boring in that sense, where it's just, oh, the game's harder. Oh, I gotta grind more gear. Okay. Next one, same thing. Here it's like, we're in world tier 1. All right, level 50. World tier 2. Right, you can go world tier 2, 1 and 2. But then world tier 3, oh, 50, only 50 plus. Oh, okay. Oh, get some gear. Oh, you're gonna die. Oh, you got your gear. Okay, you're good. Oh, time for world tier 4. Oh, you're dying. Get your gear. Oh, okay, builds truly online. Okay, easy game. So that's something the devs need to figure out.
New items and more advantages.
You can rotate the ball. These particular booms or picking.
It's been
They need to fix Paragon.
every part of Sanctuary.
See, look at his word.
It's really special to discover what kind of playstyle really means the most to you.
More dungeons. Wow. Aren't we supposed to be in an open world, right? Where's the open world, dude? Now, I did hear, yeah, right? They're working on that. Hopefully they bring some more stuff back to the open world to make it more fun. Hopefully it's not this situation over here. So those are my thoughts. Hopefully. So overview. If the game's good, play the game. If the game's bad, don't play the game. Only give them your money if the game's good. If you haven't bought the game yet, wait for other people to play the game and tell you that it's at a good state now. And if it's not, feedback. No matter what, always give them your feedback. If the game's good, you know, oh, game's good. I wish you did this, but the game's good. Oh, game's bad? Hey, game's bad. I already quit. These are the things I kind of want if you want me to come back to the game, and you can take my money in like season 7 when the game's good, right? And then be like, oh wait, whoa, hey, we gotta fix the game, guys. But don't get too emotional about it. Also, D14, pick a direction of where you want your game to be. You can't boast that you're all these things and then not truly deliver on any one of them, other than like dungeons. Like, to us, you're a dungeon game, right now. You're in a dungeon. You're not a community-based game. There's no reason to party. Party play's been nerfed. The loot kind of just sucks, and you're just playing a slot machine for like the best gear, which is, oh, you gotta win. It's worse than winning the lottery, which in my eyes, like, it's the same thing. Like, you're playing the lottery. As long as you're playing enough, you'll win it eventually. You know, it might take you all season to maybe get 1 or 2, but you'll get it eventually. It's like 3 months. Come on, guys. Like, and then content. Add more content into the game overall, everywhere. More content everywhere, not just end game. Don't focus on everyone saying, oh, the end game. No, your whole game needs more content. Level 1 through 50 is so boring without the story. You take out the story through 1 through 50. 1 through 50 is so boring. I would say mid game is like 40 to like 60, right? I call that mid game. I haven't truly experienced it, but it's still kind of boring. You do the same things. The dungeons. Work on True Whisper, more dungeons. Work on your whatever it's called, Paragon. More dungeons. Game's over. Oh, end game. Work on your gear. Work on the gear. Fight Uber Lilith. Game's over. Kind of boring. Spice it up. Make it spicy. Make the game spicy. Come on. Yeah, and then the community. I feel like the community is all over the place with if they like the game, they hate the game, they're not sure yet. Yeah. Don't let the meme of it'll be good in season 27 continue, and make the game good now. Make the game good now. We don't have to complain that season 27 is going to be good. Other than that, thanks for watching. Like, comment, share, subscribe. Share your opinion. And let's talk about the game. And we'll hopefully see you guys in season 2. See you guys next time. Dragon Abyss out. Patreon.